So how do you connect maybe the way you interpret things right now, and maybe some of your traumatic experiences or some of the things that are happening to you right now to how you were as a child? I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, no, several questions actually. If your answer to any of these questions is yes, then something has happened to you as a child. Okay? Some of the questions are these. Do you have ingestive addictions? Overeating? Drinking? Drugs? Shopping? Workaholic? Any addictions at all? If you do, then it's telling you that it's taking you, so this addiction is taking you away from pain, and so it's connected to definitely some trauma. Do you mistrust people and have the need to always control people? If yes, something has happened to you. Are you out of touch with your physical needs or even your emotional needs? So do you know how to tell the person that you are in a relationship with, whether romantic or platonic, that I would like that when you call me, you ask me these questions because it makes me feel special? Are you able to say that easily, or are you afraid of confrontations? Can you say, I'm not going there because I need to spend some time with myself? Can you easily say these things? If you can't, then something has happened to you. Are you constantly anxious, dismissive, and insecure? If you are, then something has happened to you. Are you invincible or think that you need to be lost in the crowd? So when people say to me, oh, I don't like spotlight on me. I don't want to be in the midst of people. I don't like to be the theme of the party. I just like to hide in the background and cover my head there. I don't want to be seen. Then something has happened, because as a child, your parents made you, or you felt like for everything to be okay, you just had to be silent and distant. So you hide yourself in several places because they couldn't connect with you emotionally. Do you have deep fears of abandon? Every time somebody leaves you, you are very worried and you feel like they're going to abandon you, so you cleave and cling to people. And you're sending them messages every 2 seconds. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Answer me. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? Tell me you love me over and over. I remember staying with a friend of mine. Somebody called him, and at the end of the call, she might have said, I love you. And he just continued what she was doing. She called him back and said, did you not hear me say I love you? The guy said, yes, I heard you. She said, but you didn't answer me. And he says, okay. All right, no problem. She says, no, I want you to answer me and tell me you love me. So he goes, okay, I love you. She says, no, say it louder. As if saying it louder will make a difference. I'm laughing about it. I used to be in this space before. I used to be very anxious in love. Oh, very, very, extremely. There's one particular person I must have frustrated his life. Even me frustrated myself whilst I was doing it to him. So I'm sure he must have run with his 4 legs, if he had 4 legs, right? So I used to be like that as well. So I'm not laughing at you, but I've done something about it, right? Do you have the continual need to be admired, which is a narcissistic tendency? Do you want people to always look at you and tell you how beautiful you are, how nice you are? People just have to validate you at every opportunity. Do you want everything is about you? So if someone says to you, oh, you hurt me, they say, hey, but you too also hurt me, it's because you did this, that, so they now start to gaslight you. Do you gaslight people? Then something has happened to you. Are you easily gullible, believing everything that you are told without doing due diligence? If you do that, then you need help. I'm going to share a few other ones with you. Do you have trouble knowing what you want? Are you afraid of trying new things? Are you afraid of adventure? You eat the same meal in the same restaurant every time you go. You refuse to try another meal. Or you guys go on holiday and you say, everybody go, don't worry, I'll sit down here and be watching you from here. You're afraid of trying your adventure. Do you always look for someone to tell you what to do when faced with challenges? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? You're constantly asking everybody what they think without you actually even making a decision on your own and standing by it, whether it fails or not. And failure is a lesson. I don't even use that word fail. Are you that kind of person that will say, I don't care the outcome, I stand by this decision? But we're so used to asking everybody, what do you think? What do you think? By the time you have asked 10 people have told you 10 different things, you're even more confused than when you started. How about just making a decision and sticking to it? If you are that kind of person, something has happened. Do you have issues with being spontaneous? Do you need a few drinks before you can do anything? So you're so shy, but a couple of drinks down your throat, you are on stage dancing and flying around. And this goes out to all these musicians out there that cannot actually perform properly until they have alcohol in their system. That's a pseudo personality. That's not who you really are. And yes, we might all have different hats that we play and different roles that we play. But if you need something to ginger you before you can be yourself, then you need help. Do you feel obsessive about neatness or cleanliness? So everywhere you are constantly cleaning it. This place must be clean because if daddy comes to see this place, if it's not clean, then you need help. Will you do almost anything to avoid conflicts? If someone is angry, will you do almost anything to stop them from being angry at you? Are you the Mr. Nice Guy? Do you say yes when you want to say no, then lie to get yourself out of it? Do you go berserk or express anger inappropriately? So something small and then you spark it out of. People will now be wondering, but is it not just that small thing they said? There's something wrong with you. Are you excessively critical of people? You can never see the good in what they do, only the bad. It's because you are also excessively critical about you. But somebody in your childhood was excessively critical about themselves, and so they did it to you. And so most likely it's your guardians or your parents. Do you sometimes not know how to enjoy your successes? Woo! Even when you're doing well. Even, as little as, and I'll stop here. Even as little as people tell you, oh, you look nice. You will now start to remember, this hair, oh, I like your hat. This hat that I bought inside a Bend Down Boutique for 1,000 naira. Really? You like it? We don't even know how to say thank you. When people say kind things to us, we don't know how to do that. If everything that I've said, you find yourself in 1, 2, 3, or all of it, then your needs were not met as an infant and your needs were not met as a toddler. I can tell you that for free. Something went wrong in those stages. Now, I'm not even going into other stages, but I'm talking about the first 2 strong stages of your life, infanthood and toddlership or toddlerhood, then something went wrong. So seek help today so that you can find it. And I promise you, if you send me a DM, I will teach you everything that I learned. I will teach you everything that I used. I will work with you through everything that I have used. I am an absolute product of what I preach. Absolute product. Everything that I will teach you or ask you to do, trust me, take it to the bank. I've done them and I'm still doing them and will keep doing them because we will keep evolving. Okay? So join me on this bandwagon, as they say, of evolving, and let's evolve together. Yes? I told you that I don't know how many episodes will come out of this, but we'll keep it moving and moving. So this is episode 8 loading. Keep it locked. It's episode 8 and my story continues.